Hello 8th graders again. So today we're going to talk about scatter plots and best fitting line. So I know this topic was for some of you was a little bit confusing when we talk about not a long time ago, but for MCA you will be given a lot of tables and graphs, and your job will be kind of to estimate the slope. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks and what you need to look for, so hopefully that will be pretty useful tool and easy for you on the MCA. Let's begin with the first one. Use the given line of best fit to approximate the rate of change. First, rate of change is something that we discussed before, and the rate of change is equal to slope. Okay, so rate of change is slope. Now, in order to get the slope, because that's what we have given here as 4 answers, you have to find 2 points on the graph that intersect through the coordinates of this coordinate plane very well and very precisely, and you can definitely see, where the line crosses. So what I mean by this, if you look at the beginning of the line, it starts exactly at 1. So now I want you to look through the whole line over here and see where we can find the best intersecting point. Okay, so the best intersecting point, second point on the graph. And to be honest, I feel like we can count this one over here, because those two, this one has the exact coordinates, and this, if I draw a line here and here, I will be able to say the coordinates of this point. And also, this will help me to find what will be the slope here. So you can always check the answers and try and see, is 3/5 will work? Well, definitely from here 3/5 is this point over here. It's not on the line, so definitely 3/5 would not work. Or maybe 2/7. 2/7, if I go 2 up from here and 7 over here, my point will also be somewhere here. Or 5/4, you can go 5/4, then your point will be right here. So in order to get the slope has to be between 2 points on the graph, on the line. Okay, not anywhere on the graph, but on the line. So if I count this, rise over run, this will give me exactly 7 blocks up over 8. So D will be my best choice here, and D will be the right answer. Let's take a look at another one. So we will kind of practice with those. The average height for boys is shown in the table below. So they give you a table, and they also plot all those points for you. So you have age of years, which is down here. So this is your X coordinate. And then you have height in inches, which is your Y coordinate, is this up here. They plot the points, and they give you the data, and they say, now, which of the following line fits the data best? So you can look through all of those equations and think about which one will fit the best. One question for you. These are the same as y equals mx plus b. I just want you to look at all those answers and think about which one of those represents positive slope, because definitely this graph has positive slope. So there are only 2 answers. We can exclude one. This has negative, it's not correct. This one also has negative, and it's not correct. So there are only 2 choices now that you need to decide which one will be the right answer. And if I look through the graph, I can see that this is 1 point over here given for me, and this is another point that could be used. So this point here, the line, it goes somewhere at 37 maybe. If I draw a line here, that will be at 37. So from 37 all the way up to 53, 54 maybe, will be maybe 16, and then from 2 to 9 will be 16/5. So if you can draw and count correctly how many rises do we have from here to here and how many runs, then you probably will see that the best choice here will be 16 over 5x plus 31. And for sure, when you look it through the MCA online, your graph will be much better. You will be able to see much clearer. This is just an example I'm going through, but you will be able to count very well all the boxes and know what exactly the slope is. So I'm just throwing the idea. All right, another example. Studies have shown that the more TV a person watches, the less sleep they get. The table below shows the number of hours of TV people watched in one day and the number of hours of sleep they got. The data listed in the table is plotted below. So we have hours of TV from 1 to 8 and hours of sleep. And you can see that if you watched 1 hour TV, you have 7 hours of sleep. If you watched 8 hours of TV, then you had only 3 hours of sleep. And here's how the data go. It's a negative progression, so definitely, correlation here, negative, and the slope will be negative. So that's the first thing I want you to look when you're thinking about MCA answers. Which answers could be excluded and doesn't make sense at all? So if I have negative slope, A and B will be the ones that we need to cross out. The only two now I need to think about will be C and D choice. And here's one more example, a very good tip. Now, if this line crosses y-axis at 8, would that be here positive 8? Yes, this is positive 8, right? And this is your B, your y-intercept. So B is positive 8. Now look at the two equations, C and D, and tell me which one has positive 8 for B. And that will be choice C. So for sure, C here will be the choice you wanna circle or choose when you're doing MCA practice or actual test. Alright, so one more example and one more tip for you here. Use the given line of best fit to approximate the rate of change relative to the scatter plot below. Alright, so negative slope. Well, this would not help much here because we all have, all the answer has negative, which is okay. Now let's take a look. So we gotta pick 2 points from the graph that will help us to find out, what the slope is going to be. And I will say, maybe I can choose this point over here and this one over here. So this will be 3 over 4. Do I have negative 3 over 4? Yes, I do. So B choice will be the one that I would like to point out. So negative 3/4 points will be what I want to choose. All right, and the last example that I want to show you, you may have something similar to that. For example, softball sign-ups. Number of players will be on your y-axis and years since 2000 will be on your x-axis. And once you have given the data, they are having a couple of questions. So the first one, in what year were about 125 softball players? So now, you have to look through the softball players. 125 is here. You're going to draw your line, and when you intersect or you catch to the line that is given, I want you to stop, and then I want you to go down. So that will show you that in 2003 year, 2004, so 2003 maybe February, but they're asking just the year. So in 2003 we had 125 players. The opposite question of this, and I'm gonna change the color to show you, is in 2005, so 2005 right here, how many softball players were there? And again, once we reach the line, we stop and then we draw a line horizontal, and this shows us that they were 150 players in that year. Another example about how many rabbits were there when the snow depth was 27 inches. So 27 inches. Well, in this case, the line of best fit definitely will go something like this. Okay, it's in the middle. So let's take a look. 27 inches, this is the inches, 27 will be somewhere here. And if I draw a line, this will give me that about 24 rabbits were there when the snow was 27 inches. About how deep was the snow when there were 30 rabbits? So let's change the color again. And 30 rabbits, so 30 rabbits are right here. And then we're gonna have, oh, sorry, no, that's not right. Okay. So let's clear that. Here are the rabbits, so 30 rabbits. And then we wanna know how deep was the snow. So if I draw, this will be approximately about 7 inches deep. And with that, we will conclude this mini lesson for scatter plot and best fitting lines. So hopefully you guys will be able to do a better job on the MCA when you're drawing your best fitting lines or when you're looking through the data and make your predictions. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.